Alright, welcome to part 2 of this, like, 3-part short series on us doing early game, like, Britain. I actually have decided that I would continue the series until we have taken out Andalusia, which is going to be a bit of an undertaking. I've never actually gotten that far in playtesting myself. Let's see, you're angry because modernization, oh, and the farm's broke, the farm's busted. So building repair is -1, otherwise it would be stable. And a turn there, and next turn we're going for Sevilla. Or Sevilla, or however you pronounce it.
Press the Ctrl and S keys simultaneously to quickly save the game from the campaign map.
Yeah, we have a good wife.
Press Ctrl and L to quickly...
Ready for orders. On the move, sir. Make haste, men.
Oh, this is their capital.
To battle! Attack! Ready for battle.
I'm actually going to grab 2 more units of line infantry just to push them up. See, that's the farm repair. Not going to be building anything right now. You actually have a stone mine. I can actually recruit agents, which I am going to do. Because I'm going to moving you all the way up to France, so I can get straight going with them.
Our territory has many provinces to administer, and there is barely enough money being made to cover our costs, as it has...
Many provinces, we have like 2 towns.
Settlement under siege.
Ageisha is able to use her beauty
And
guile
you're
to
just
convince a rival
going
agent,
to move
except
all the
another
way
geisha.
over here.
Or general with wavering loyalty to join our cause.
And because you're stuck on that order, you're going to move up there practically indefinitely. We are sieging that town, so that's all good and fine. They're probably going to Sally next turn. No, they didn't. Interesting. Which means we get 2 units of reinforcements.
Orders received.
Which is really going to start draining our coffers.
Pausing to rest.
Sir, on the move, sir. Ready for battle. Destination. Besieging settlement. Settlement
No, we
under
would not
siege.
get these guys as a reinforcement, sadly. I'm going to have to wait another turn.
I shall rest a while.
Ready for orders. They won't escape.
Our balance bar went from being very much in our favor to very much not in our favor. Interesting. Well, they have 2 more turns of supplies. Let's see what can we do in actual... what if I untax you and up the tax rate? That would actually put us in better circumstances. Yeah, I'm going to keep it as that. See, have we actually encountered any other factions yet? No.
As you wish, sir.
I must rest.
She's going to take a while. We should have done this at the start of the game.
Treasury is buckling under the weight of their upkeep. Capturing new provinces would spread the cost, as well as putting our soldiers
They have
to
one
better
turn of
use.
stuff left.
Raising taxes will also help, although that also increases.
I can
Now
hear
she's
the
actually
plaza.
moving a decent amount of distance. And there they go, they're attacking. We can take this out to resolve, which is going to be very favorable to us, and he's going to level up from that one. Going to peacefully occupy.
We could make more of the trade infrastructure in this province.
And now we're only minus 144.
If we upgrade ports and
And we've
province
encountered
specialty
factions.
buildings,
Yes.
a greater volume of trade.
Let's see if we can. No, diplomacy.
Useful upgrades for our ships. All ships are constructed from wood as
Let's see.
standard. Research of the appropriate technology will mean they are.
These guys
automatically
actually want to trade with
well
us,
prepared for iron.
which is going to put us at only minus 72 a turn from now on. Oof. We would practically lose all of our money if we had to actually repair that fort. So, well, let's see. How much repression are we actually missing out on? +4. Oof, that's hard. And they would be on -2. We are going to have to run it as high as we are currently. One thing, however, we can do is we don't need this. I don't know. Do generals actually need upkeep? I don't know, and this guy is also like not ranked up, so I am going to disband him. And yes, generals do need upkeep. Which means I can actually repair this one and still make profit next turn. That is a nice thing to actually know. Really didn't know about that yet. So we are safe from bankruptcy right at the brink.
There are not enough funds in our treasury to.
There are, woman, there are. We are making money. And now Seville's happy with 8-3 public order up, which means we can move 3 units out. Can actually level up our general. +1 loyalty.
This is the character skill tree.
And we're going to
where
move in
the
here for the
experience gained by
replenishment.
generals and agents during the campaign can be used to acquire.
And these should also be declining slowly. But I do think that's going to be an end for the campaigning season for this year, so I am going to be seeing you guys again next year. Unless something interesting happens in between. So something interesting has indeed happened. They're moving down units. At least 3 generals. But I should also be able to move some units down, and I am going to move down. Let's see, would 3 units be enough? How much public order do we have? Oh, we have +8. Oh, we can move our entire army out.
Sir, not possible, sir.
I am going to leave behind 2 units
Your
just for
next
garrison
command,
reasons.
Destination reached.
Next up is going to be Malagra, but first we're going to have to fight that army, which is now going to start taking attrition in our
I can go
territory.
no farther.
Geisha is almost a France. You sneaky buggers. And there's winter. They're going to be so fun now.
We can't
And just drive them into the sea. No, we're actually going to fight that one. Is probably not going to be getting a real, like, just battle in general before the part ends, and we go into the next one and actually, like, start clearing up provinces. Because we're finally making money. Like, I should have actually gone the other direction and taking the time with the iron first, as that would actually really help me. As that would up our trade revenue by quite a bit. Just going to have them move forward. Gave the general
men are
just on
ready
the
to
high ground
attack,
to look
sir.
out. With all of them on guard mode. And quite honestly, these cavalry shouldn't be that much of a problem. I mean, they're going to get a good couple of kills initially. And then we're just going to swarm them. And now we can move those guys. Actually get our general involved as well. Just to clear these guys out faster. That's only 5 cavalry left.
You have triumphed over the enemy.
And they just like threw away all their generals. Honestly, it's fine. Meanwhile, we are of course again winning the lion battle, as that cavalry is practically the best unit they have. Get back here. Let's get all of them to just move up.
Engage the enemy.
Now we're actually really shooting them to shit over here while we're finishing off their cavalry. And just finish those off. We would lose the last men in other results, but honestly fighting these myself is funner and also gives more unit XP, I have found. And these guys are up to rank 2. It does increase their accuracy up to 19 from 18, which it normally is. And these guys have all gone up to 22 from 21. One thing, there was a it's, you know, it's this button, the move forward button. No, oh yeah, increase file, that's the one. It's actually the one I use for push to talk. So every time I'm talking, I'm holding that button, which gets these units to spread out instead of just doing whatever I want them to do. And now we just shoot a bit. And the unit's gone. That's going to be the end of our battle here. Alright, like most of that is from the cavalry.
Orders received. At
Well,
once.
then again, we are currently like just waiting for winter to end, so I'm going to be back once winter actually ends. So we have finally encountered France, and they are willing to take a trade agreement for practically free. So that's perfect for us, and now we're making 300 a turn. Which means we could recruit some more units, or we can bank some more cash until we finally take Granada, which does have that mine, which is hidden by the fog of war. But Granada is going to be our main concern. Like, it's a couple more turns before winter's over, so I am just like going to go through them.
Master,
It's not like they actually take
this
long,
province has been accepted.
even with the amount of armies on the
I
map.
can go no farther.
Like, they used to take longer because testing versions didn't have the campaign shroud and didn't have fog of war, so you would actually see everything. Which is really irritating. It means you're watching 500 units go through their end turn.
Sir.
They're not replenishing any better in or outside the fort, so I am already just going to move them up a bit and get these guys to move up a bit, because Malagra is going to be our next target. And I doubt they're going to be having any forces over here, as that's only one province, and here is already the Kingdom of Portugal, and then they have this one left, so this is the main bulk of their territory. So if anything's going to come, it's coming from me.
Awaiting your next command.
And that's spring, so campaign time.
At your command. March.
At your service. At once.
Shouldn't get there
At
next
ease,
turn.
men. At your command. As you wish, sir.
Going to
Besieging.
get siege going with this unit, and then move these two in.
Settlement under siege.
Meanwhile, let's see, can we actually build a inn yet? No, that is going to be... oh wait, it's public space. Plus 1 happiness consumes 1 food. Yeah, I'm going to be building that one. Because that might actually mean... Oh. Oh wait, yeah, tax burden. It goes to -1, so with the building up, we should be able to get it to be taxable and not revolt. Meanwhile, we're going to be sieging Malagra and then moving on to Granada. And because these are not counted as capitals, they only take 3 turns before the siege ends. for the siege. Well, reach its limits and they have to sally. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. And this one should be done in 3 turns. Going to enter and again, like there's not much else to do, to be honest. Other than having 666 funds. We're going to kill the heretics, of course. And now they're going to have to sally at the end turn. There they are. 6 units of infantry and 2 generals. And we are defending, so I can actually put down stakes. Which is going to be really nice. Not really having to worry about cavalry because they're all going to be dead on stakes.
Ready for orders.
I'm going to get all these guys to plant stakes.
Today, sir, we defend.
And they are on their way to attack, so we should have a good amount of stakes planted before they get here. Don't think they're going to get through here. And then all just form up into a basic line. And pop a military cadence just because.
You have triumphed over the enemy.
And now we're just going to start a regular line battle, which the enemy is going to guarantee lose.
Your
We can
general
actually
is
like
under
just
attack.
fast forward this out. They're charging, they're charging. How far are they going to make it? Are they going to make it? Only 20, 19, 18 horses
Good
left,
news,
and
sir.
no horses
The enemy
left.
general is dead.
Both. It's 1 unit of cavalry fully wiped out. These guys are just advancing. I don't think they're going to be alive for much longer. And again, it's only like 1 unit really shooting them. I'm going to pop all of you into guard mode, so if they get into melee, you are just going to keep shooting. I'm just going to... Oh, yeah. The AI also has to contend with the firing limitations. Which actually means that I am going to charge. That was quite a weak charge. And those units can just move up and finish the line battle. Not really too much to commentate about. It's just that the early game is going to be a gobble as much of Spain up as possible before Spain does, to then face the end boss, which is France, or you can play as the end boss and steamroll the map. units do take quite a while to ride in this mod. It's actually by intention, because back in the days during these types of line battles, you wouldn't really notice if the guy next to you got shot, because you're way too busy reloading and shooting. Then there's of course also all the sound and being shot at yourself. Which leads to accounts during the American Civil War of just units getting wiped out and the few survivors of them not even noticing what happened before they actually took a look at where the rest of the unit was. No, I actually wanted the anti-battle right there. And that should be another time conquered. Bit more money. $81 losses for a town.
March.
Peacefully occupy. They're going to be a bit rowdy for a couple of turns because, well, they're still Catholic and we need to make them Protestant. Also not really getting much from this town now, are we? Like a total of 74 in income. But you guys got your public space, which means tax time. And you're not going to revolt, which brings it up to 512 a turn. Amazing. It's the highest income we've had so far. You're going to wait a bit until this town's done being rebelly. During the mod, these kind of information pamphlets will pop up, which will actually tell you what was happening in Spain at the time. They're not going to be restored. They're not going to be corrected gameplay because, of course, well, you're swallowing up Spain as the UK, which didn't happen. Let's see. We have 3 public order, 7. We can move 7 units out. So that's 7 units, and you're all
Is
moving.
that all, sir? Ready for further orders.
Wait. How come we now have more? Oh wait, no, it oh, no, that should be fixed next turn. I think it finally calculated in Cadiz, which is now also angry. Oh, because we're at modernization 2. That explains. We went up a tier in modernization. And again, in like 13 turns, we should have a +1 to faction-wide happiness, which was honestly the first deck I should have gone for. Still quite a bit of unrest.
Ready
I'm going
for
to have to
orders.
send one other unit
Make
back.
haste, men.
There, now you're stable.
Ready for battle.
And you guys can go on to Granada. And Granada has this open pit iron mine, which now gives us
Income is dependent on the market value of the goods produced,
iron, exporting
which is
80%
in
of
turn
it.
dependent on supply and demand across all clans and taxes are set at a clan-wide.
Don't need you. So trade income should go up quite well next turn. Yes, we got iron. And the new province. Oh, there it goes, up to 1700 in income. Which means we're going to enlist a new general. because we have the money for it. Same in terms of recruitment, we can get ourselves, let's see, 2 more units of line infantry. And you guys are now on 2 happiness, which is going to get to -2. So we're just going to let that be. See, you guys are actually growing. Your Cadiz is growing quite a bit. It went from like 300 up to 844. Gibraltar is going to keep growing because they got a +13 from all the amazing buildings we have there. But town growth is actually going to be one of the ways your faction income is going to drastically increase. Just because of how long this campaign is going to take. So with that, we're just going to have to like go through a couple of end turns till Granada and Malaga are happy. And of course our recruitment finishes here, on which I can add another 2 units of line infantry, which are going to take a bit longer. Let's see, over here. Yeah, we can move these guys, start moving them here, and you should be fine. Let's see, we have 1 over here. Exempt you from taxes, we have 5. Which actually is pretty well. You're going to be moving up to Jean.
Waiting for
Run.
more orders.
Oh, it's already there. Garrison by 1 unit, not really worth fighting. I'm going to have to repair the castle. Then there's still 1 more province over here.
Sir! Orders received!
I'll just like put you on the bridge here.
At your service. Make haste, ma'am.
Yeah,
Sorry, sir,
I'm
but
not
we
fighting
cannot.
that. I hope that's a bridge battle. Well, let's see. Exempt from taxes means we can move out 4 units. You're now on 1, which means we can move out everyone.
At your command. Waiting for more orders.
And you were on +4, which means we are going to have to leave 1 unit behind.
On the move, sir. Sir.
Meanwhile, over here, we do have kind of an army together.
Orders received.
We're just going to move up to here. And yeah, those are the last 3 provinces we need to take, and then we're done defeating this faction. Which is going to be for next part. Because I think by the time I've edited this one together, it's going to be quite a long video. So I'll see you guys next time.